Today's class will discuss about what is DAX in Power BI and what is the use of DAX in Power BI and what are the types of DAX functions available, and we'll see one or two examples of DAX functions. Okay. Okay, fine. Sorry. Sorry. What is DAX in Power BI? What is the benefit of DAX functions? We'll see first. DAX is a short form of data analysis expression. Okay, what is data analysis? What is expressions? Okay, data analysis expression references here. So, for example, you have 10 years of data. It may be retail data, it may be hospital data, it may be anything. So in the world we have a lot of data, right. So for example, you want to analyze what is analyze is nothing but you want to know something about your data. Okay, so for example, I have 10 years data, so I want to know what is the for maybe it is retail data. So for example, I want to know what is the 10 last 10 years total sales amount, or what is the last 10 years average sales amount, or you want to know what is the last 10 years minimum sales and what is the last 10 years maximum sales and which product doing by number one ranking. You want to see ranking wise, then nothing but is nothing but analyzing. We are doing some analysis on our data. Okay, so is nothing but data analysis, correct. So what is expressions? For example, you want to know last 10 years total sales, then what is the formula we need to apply? We need to apply sum function. So if you apply sum function, you will get the total sales, correct. So you want to know last 10 years average sales, then what we need to do? So then we need to apply average function. So for every scenario we have some DAX functions. For example, in special cases, in special scenarios, for example, you have 10 years data, but you want to know last 6 months sales only. What is the average of last 6 months sales, and country wise, and state wise, and district wise, and product wise. So you want detailed information. So for every scenario we have here DAX functions are available. Okay, data analysis expressions, that is nothing but whatever we are applying, some average minimum is nothing but data analysis expressions. Okay, expression is nothing but sum is one expression, average is one expression, and minimum is one expression. Anything multiplication. So price into quantity, quantity into price, and quantity minus price. So whatever we write the expressions, so is nothing but expressions. Okay, so data analysis expression, DAX reference. Data analysis expression is a library of functions and operators. So sum function, average function, these are all functions, and operators plus minus and less than greater than, these all are comes under operators that can be combined. So functions plus operators that can be combined to build formulas and expressions in Power BI, and also analysis services, also Power Pivot in Excel data model. Analysis services means SQL Server Analysis Services, SSAS tabular model. In the tabular model also we use DAX functions. Okay, same DAX functions we are using here also. Okay, in Excel how we will apply the DAX queries means in Power Pivot you need to install Power Pivot add-on, and we can able to work on that. Okay, so this is nothing but DAX function. So what is the benefit? So the benefit is, by using DAX queries, we can calculate the complex things. It doesn't matter how it is, how this is the complicated scenario. So we can we everything is achievable. There is no, we cannot achieve by using DAX. So we need to think the logic. That's it. So once we get the logic, so we can implement that logic in our projects. Okay, very simple. And the types of DAX functions. Types of functions means there are a lot of they are divided into different types of DAX functions. So first of all, This is the DAX functions reference. So same page, whatever we landed. And new DAX functions. What is new DAX functions? So already I told you Power BI desktop. So they will release updates, correct? So how we need to check Power BI desktop and March 2020 or anything you check, November you need to check out. Okay, so this is the official link. What is the link? Power BI desktop March 2020 feature summary. This is the link. So you need to go to that link. And what are the updates released? This is report level in the sense, see here, page navigation before March 2020 page navigation feature is not available in Power BI desktop, right? So multi-column sort for tables. So there is a tables in the sense every column we can sort. There is a symbol like this. So every column we can sort. That option also before it is not there. Dual access for line chart. For line chart we have dual access. So access one, secondary access also is there. Before it is not there. Filter pane search. So in the filter pane we are searching, right? So that also is there. So what is the filter pane search? So this is a filter pane, right? Here search bar is there, right? Search bar. Before this search is not there. Now it is updated. So modeling Coles DAX function. See here. So we can find before March 2020 this Coles DAX function is not available. In visual level there are some visuals are updated. Before these visuals are not updated. Before it is not there in our Power BI desktop. These are the new features added after March 2020. And template apps, Azure DevOps dashboard by Datamaru. These are the templates. And data preparation level, query diagnostics is generally available. And there are connectors. These connectors are before March 2020 it is not available. Okay, what are the important things and document also here it is available. So in this way we can check, right? So new DAX functions means whenever we updated the new DAX functions, so those we can get it. So after July they did not update any DAX functions. These are very small DAX functions. July, see in July month how many it is updated. After March there is no update. So after March in July DAX functions are updated. So in February first none blank value and first none blank value. Okay, last none blank value. These two are updated. Okay, so here we can find new DAX functions. If you want to check new DAX functions, you can check here. And when it comes to types of DAX queries, there is a date and time functions. When it comes to date and time functions, calendar auto, date diff, and date value, and date, and hour, minute, month, now, quarter, and second, time value, today. See, for every scenario, by seeing the name only we can easily understood. Okay, so without calendar auto there is no Power BI report. That much of important. Okay, and come to filter functions. These are very important and very key role plays while applying logics. Okay, so all except and all selected and calculate table. Without calculate there is no report. Okay, that much of important. Calculate and calculate table also same thing. The difference is calculate table returns a table, it returns a scalar value. That's it. Earlier and filter, keep filters, lookup value, selected value. These all are very important DAX functions. And financial functions. These are the updates, new updates. So before it is not the new updates. Financial functions, very simple. Price and very simple. I don't think so these are visible. Maybe you are working with financial project, maybe these functions may be useful. That's the reason they are updated. Okay, and information functions. Information functions kind of like we, these functions are very important while handling errors in the Power BI project. Okay, is blank, is empty. In the name itself, it is red, right? Is blank means it will check if anything blank is in that column or not. Okay, is empty and is error and is even and is filtered. Is it filtered? So we need to check. Okay, is in scope. So these are the very important DAX functions. And user principal name, this is very useful while implementing row level security. User principal name and username, these two are very important. And logical functions, if and switch function and calls DAX function. And without these DAX functions there is no Power BI report. Without switch condition there is no if switch. Very important. And math and trick functions. So math and trick functions means here mathematical functions. So divide, you want to know divide currency, you want to do some divide means what? If for example you want to calculate the profit, okay, then what is the, so how you calculate? Okay, total sales and what we get the revenue, right? We just divide, we just use the divide. So you want to divide something, so then you will go for divide function. Even and convert also may be useful. So currency, decrease. So for every scenario we have some DAX functions are there. So round, for example, you have some decimal numbers, you want to round the decimal numbers with the particular decimal numbers, then we'll go for the round. At the same time, round down and round up also is there. So it's a mathematical thing, you don't need to worry about that. And sum and sum x, without sum and sum x there is no Power BI report. Okay, so very important DAX function and very useful for the interview also. And other DAX functions, blank, error, these are very small. And parent and child means maybe we'll use a path item. So path means if you want to create a hierarchy, by using DAX function, then there is an option path and path item. Okay, and statistical functions. In statistical functions, very important, average and count A, count X, count blank, count rows, count X, distinct count. This is very important. Max, minimum, nar, norm dot distinct. So these all are percentile, and these all are very important DAX functions. And table manipulation functions. Table manipulation functions means we are adding, for example, add columns means we are adding extra column to that existing table. Okay, so add columns, cross join, and anything current group, and distinct filters. These are very important. Group by function and top n, summarize columns. So these functions are important. Maybe we are using in real time. So wherever you go, whatever it may be project, so maximum 35 to 40 DAX functions. I added more DAX. So whatever I experienced for the real time, and whatever I experienced for the interview purpose also, those things also I added. You don't need to worry, I will tell you. Okay, what is distinct? Fine. So these are the different kind of DAX functions, I think. So text functions also is there. In the text functions, so there is a option called find, concatenate, lower, format. So very simple. If you want to convert lowercase to uppercase or uppercase to lowercase, or you want to do some formatting, So or you want to concatenate two strings, those left L trim or trim, so those things we'll use here. Okay, set to substitute to all those things we already we done in a um, Power Query editor. Same things we can by using DAX also we can do here. And time intelligent functions also very important. So time intelligent functions, dates between, dates in period and date at, these functions are very important wherever you go. So all those, so if you have some, if you want you can learn more DAX also. So these are the official page. Okay, this is the official page, you can go and you can learn. Okay, so if you have any doubts also you can go here, no worries. And same period last year. Okay, these are the different types of DAX functions are available. Okay, this is the list. Okay, okay, fine. And let me discuss about what is sum function in Power BI, how to apply sum DAX function in Power BI. Okay, fine. Before going to explain DAX function, I need to explain. So how many ways we can declare the DAX queries? Okay, how to write the DAX queries, or what are the different ways or different methods to write the DAX queries? Okay, so first of all, let me load some table, or I'm taking this employee table. Employee, just load into the Power BI desktop. Okay, so in Power BI, so there are three types of calculations. First calculation is calculated column and calculated measure and calculated table. We can say measure directly, we can say calculated column, calculated measure. You can say simply measure also. And sometimes we say calculated column, always we call calculated column. So otherwise we'll get confused. So calculated column, calculated measure and calculated table also is there. So calculated columns, what it will do is it return a one column. It returns a, if you calculate something, it return a one value to the table. So calculated table physically it will appears, and calculated measure, so it physically it won't appear. So it won't take extra memory in the Power BI desktop, but the value will be stored in the buffer. Whenever you drag into the report view, then you can able to see the that measure value. Okay, come here again. So right click, new measure is nothing but calculated measure, new column is nothing but calculated column. And one more thing, here also we can see new column and new measure and a new column and table also is there. Okay, so columns, this new column and new measure, what it will return, it returns a scalar value. Scalar value means maybe it is written a one column or value, single value represented. Okay, so here what is this means? Table means it return a table, not only one, it return a table. You don't need to worry, I will explain in coming sessions. Okay, so wherever you go, it's a very important question, what is the difference between calculated column and calculated measure? So you need to put these points at least. So calculated column, it will create an extra column to the existing table, and it physically it will appears, and it will take extra memory in the Power BI desktop. And calculated columns we cannot reuse. These points you need to remember. And when it comes to measure, so it won't create extra column to the existing table, but the value will be stored in the buffer. Whenever you drag into the report view, then you can able to see the measure value, otherwise you cannot see that value. And So measures are reusable. So calculated columns cannot reuse. And what is the calculated table? You need to tell not only calculated column and calculated measure, we have calculated table also. So it written a table. That is the return type is table. You don't need to worry. Okay. Okay, fine. Now, for example, I want to apply. So I want to know here sales column is there. Salary column is there. In the salary column, I want to know what is the total salary amount. So if you want to know total salary, then what is the function? So already I told you sum function, correct? Sum in Power BI. Let's jump into the official document. In the official document, you need to understand what is sum function first of all. So what is the functionality? Sum function is nothing but adds all numbers in a column. It will add all numbers in a column. That means this is a column. In the column, every all numbers add means it will add like this. 800 plus 1600 plus 1250 plus, correct, 2975 plus 28850 plus 3000 plus. So it will add all numbers. So if blanks are there, then blanks will be skipped. That's it. It will ignore the blanks. That's it. It will skip and it will add all numbers. It will add only the numbers. Come here. The syntax is very simple. Sum of the column. So whatever the column you want to apply, that column name you want to mention. Whenever you mention the column name, automatically Power BI desktop it will show table name of column. Because for example, now I have loaded only one table in the Power BI desktop. Otherwise, if you load more tables into the Power BI desktop, then what is the then how it will recognize? So this column is belongs to this table. So for example, this is employee table. In employee table, salary column is there, for example, and one more table, department table. In department table also same salary column is there. Then how to recognize? Then it is very difficult to write. So it's a mission, right? So that that database engine it will understand by using table of column. So always what we do is table of column. Okay. So that column, if you mention that column, in that column, what it will do? It will add all numbers and it will give the result. Single value, only single value, right? So that value it will represent here. Next, return type. What is the return type? Maybe it is a decimal number. And remarks. If you want to filter the values that you are summing, you can use the sumx function and specify an expression to over sum. To sum over, sorry. So that means, so that is fine. If you want to calculate in a particular column what is the total sales, what is the total sales or what is the total salary, then it is fine. I can able to find. So either we can take calculated column, either we can take calculated measure, it will give the same value. But the thing is, you want to filter. For example, here department number is there. Here department number is there. In the department number, I want to go for department 20. In the department 20, what is the total salary? I want to know what is the total salary we are paying for department 20. So then it is not possible by using sum function. Then we'll go for sumx function. You don't need to worry. I will clear all those things. Okay, fine. Now, so example, they given one example, sum of sales amount. Don't need to worry, they given only one example. We'll try more examples. Okay, so this is the way of learning DAX queries. So any DAX query comes, you don't need to bother, you just need to go to that DAX query. So what, first of all, what you need to understand, what is that? What is that? What is the aim? And syntax, what is the syntax of it? And what is the parameters we can pass? And what is the return type? And what is the drawback of that DAX query? That's it, man. Then you will become a expert in this field. Now, for example, so I am taking here new column, or you can take, or new measure you can take. So calculated column means it will create a extra column it is created. So you can give your name, calculated column name. I will give total salary or total salary equal to, what is the formula? Sum of, see here, table name, table of column, table name of columns, whatever the columns available, all it is showing. So I want to apply salary column. You just select the salary column, just enter. 20275 is the number. So this is the total salary. That's the reason why in every row it is returning. Okay. For example, you create a calculated measure. Right click, new measure. Same name you cannot use. Total salary equal to sum of salary, employee of salary, enter. So where is the value? It did not create an extra value to the existing column. So only this is the measure. See the difference. This is a calculated column, this is a measure. Calculator symbol is there now. This is a measure, no extra column created here, correct? And come to report view. Now drag here, total salary, convert to card to display the number 20k. Here 20,275. I want to see this exact number. Then select this card, data labels, display units, just select none. Now see, you can able to see the exact number, right? 20,275. So what is here happen? So whenever you drag into the report view, then only you can able to see this information, right? So this is not created extra column to the existing table. It just created in the buffer. Whenever you drag into the report view, then only you can see the measure value. Okay. And but this is whenever you create calculated column, it will added extrally, and physically it will appear. But this thing we cannot reuse. Don't need to bother. So that reuse option I will tell you now. So maybe today or tomorrow that point will cover. And return type also, returning table type also is there, right? The table will discuss tomorrow. Okay, fine. So in this way, so both will give the exact result only, but that is this is physically appears, this is not physically appears. Measure did not physically appear. That is the difference. And okay, do you have any questions, any confusions till now? Please let me know.